All right, good morning, everybody.
Morning, Terry.
What's up there? And this is young Matthew Arthur Broder III.
Arthur the Third.
Yes.
Okay, new nickname for the day.
And we are at the Lions Weekly Update, which used to be Woodward in Maine. But I've been out of town, but got to see the Lions game. And, you know, the most devastating thing was the injury to Morice Norris, which is nasty.
That's horrible.
But this is why, you know, I make fun of athletes. I call them worm boys, bitches, soft, prunes, whatever. But I never, ever, ever say that about an NFL player.
Okay.
Because of this. And I've seen so many times where it scares me when somebody's on a stretcher and then they try to stabilize them, and it's an eerie scene. The audience is quiet. The players are praying. And it's the scary part about the NFL in particular.
Yeah.
It's a sport we love. But literally, when you walk on the football field, it could be your last time ever doing that.
Yeah.
And so Morris is doing better.
Yeah. Great news out of all the reports we're hearing is that it's not as serious as people feared.
Correct. But it looked nasty.
It looked nasty. Especially, you know, recently we've seen what happened with Damar Hamlin. You've covered the game for years, have seen, followed, heard many serious injuries. To see what happened there to, you know, a guy that has been really working his way. I don't know if it's up the depth chart, but he's trying to find a spot here on this team. It's part of what we like about this Lions culture. To see a guy like him go down, right. It was tough to deal with.
Dude, this has happened a lot with the Detroit Lions. We had Mike Utley,
the
offensive lineman, Reggie Brown, the same thing. Guys were paralyzed.
Yeah.
And then your career is essentially over.
Yeah. He was just coming up to make a hit on a running back and head to knee.
Right.
Your head bends, your neck bends the wrong way.
Right. Usually it's an innocent play, but in the NFL, so many crazy things happen because these dudes are so big, so strong. I mean, think about this, and it wasn't as serious as that, but think about Aiden Hutchinson. Do you know what the lineman did to him? He swung his ass around into somebody else's body so that his leg was shattered.
Yeah.
That shows how strong these guys are. Man, Aiden Hutchinson's a big dude, right?
Yeah, what, 6'7", 285?
Yes. Can you pick him up?
No.
Like 2 inches off the ground? No. This dude swung his ass around and broke his leg.
Yeah. Against another 350-pound human being. His leg.
It shows how crazy this is. But Morris, he essentially, you know, went in for a tackle. His head snapped back.
Yeah.
And you just never know when it's going to happen.
Yeah. It's probably the way he tackles probably how you coach it. Like it was a normal play, and his head went right into the running back's knee, and then, you know, I don't want to say all hell broke loose, but that's when you see the medical staff comes out, the stretcher comes out. When you see the ambulance come out, that's when you know something's serious.
Right.
What do you think of how they handled it? Like just the team circling that midfield, Dan Campbell and Raheem Morris.
Well, I thought both teams handled it very well.
Yeah.
Because that's your brother out there. Whether you're playing for the Falcons or the Lions, or you're somewhere else playing for Pittsburgh or whatever, that's your brother out there.
Yeah.
And you understand what he's going through. You understand the dangers of the NFL.
Yeah. Especially in the preseason. Not that the injury is any less or more serious preseason or regular season, but we talk all the time about preseason doesn't mean anything. The starters aren't out there. But like you said, you're as a teammate, your brother's out there. As an opponent, everyone knows what these players, the ones who are playing, they're playing for a job in the NFL.
That's true. Let me correct something. The preseason doesn't mean anything to me.
To you.
But to these guys trying to get a job, it means the world to them.
Yes.
This is more important than the regular season.
Right. So people around the NFL, players and coaches around the NFL, they know, like Morice Norris represents all of them, fighting for a job. You hate to see him go down trying to make a team, trying to support your family, playing the game that you love. It's heartbreaking. And it's hard to play a sport. It's hard to play that game after, and we saw both the teams deciding not to continue on with the game.
You know
to
what?
never see that stuff.
I've been in these situations, and every time I talk to players about this, they don't want to play.
No.
And there are some fans who don't understand it.
Oh, you get paid millions of dollars, Terry. Play the game.
I know that's always the thing.
Yeah.
Well, you get paid $1 million or millions of dollars and everything, but still, when you see somebody that you're with every day, even if you're not with them every day, you just understand what they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to play.
Right.
And some fans are so selfish. Well, shoot, just get your ass out there and play.
Yeah. You work in any office setting. You're a financial advisor at the bank in this building, and you're working at your desk, and someone goes down, a couple cubicles next to you. You're gonna be shaken up.
Right.
It's not just because you play football.
Let's put it this way. Let's say I'm working at Broder and Company, right? And we're sitting there doing our little job and punching our little computer, and then Frank falls out and has a heart attack.
Yeah.
And they got to take him to the hospital. You don't want to work the rest of the day.
No.
Give me the day, Broder. It's your company. Give me the day off.
And I will happily give you the rest of the day off to get your mind right. Go be with your family.
And if you don't, you know what I'm going to say about you?
What?
Selfish
What an asshole.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you got no heart.
I don't think I want to work here anymore.
Yeah. That's not the culture
Fuck
we
this.
want.
No, I'm going to work at the Kool-Aid Bagel Company or something like that.
And what I know about Brandon there in the TD booth is that's a damn good bagel company.
Hey, you guys already know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to bagels. Every now and then, though, you got to put some bagels
Now,
down. You got to watch the hips.
I'm used to bagels, but what are black bagels like?
I know.
I believe that
black
one
bagel.
Shout out to T. Falls, man. I don't know
Terry.
what black bagels are like, man. I didn't even like bagels with the little poppy seeds on top of them, man. I don't know.
I love those.
You
You
like
like
the
the
poppy
poppy
seed
seed?
bagels? What are black bagels?
I don't
there
know.
No.
That's why I was asking the dude that has a Kool-Aid's bagel shop.
Dude,
Shout out.
is there? We're in Birmingham, so let me get bougie here for a sec. Is there some smoked salmon and capers and cream cheese?
Hey, you
Or
know
is
what?
this-
Now, wait, stop.
I'm eating a
Birmingham
bagel,
doesn't have good
definitely. I
bagels.
like
What kind
that.
of bullshit shit I'm hearing?
No. If you want bagels, you got to go to West Bloomfield because they don't play.
West Bloomfield's got some damn good bagels.
And you know what? Jewish people in West Bloomfield who have the restaurants, the corned beef, they don't play.
No.
I went to New
Not at
York
all.
this
They don't
weekend and got
At all.
corned beef sandwich and stuff. The corned beef sandwiches in West Bloomfield are better than the ones in New York.
Wow.
Bro,
yes,
That's
they're
a
better.
ballsy statement.
Listen, they're making sushi now, too. There's a spot down off of either Greenfield, I think, right down there in the Jewish community where they have the kosher store. I shopped there. Sushi, man. They're doing that thing, too. It's crazy.
Okay.
And that corned beef sandwich over there on 12 Mile and Telegraph that's still operating. It's that corned beef
12
slap.
Mile and Telegraph, a corned beef sandwich. There's like there's a deli right there.
It's a deli.
Yeah.
It's a
Southfield too, yeah.
Yeah,
West
yeah.
Bloomfield and Southfield.
that's
Yeah.
on 12.
So you're
That's really
saying
bad,
that better corned beef than in New York. Earlier in this week, I think it was Tuesday, Joe Hollywood was on
Yeah.
was on the Braylon Edwards show. What?
Corned beef is my weak spot, bro.
You're a
Oh.
corned beef guy?
Corned beef hash, corned beef sandwiches.
Remember
Just
Mr.
crispy.
Fofo's
Oh,
corned beef?
beef in the fridge?
Yeah.
Hey, let's rock.
Did you see were you TDing on Tuesday when Joe Hollywood was in studio?
Yes.
On the Braylon Edwards show with Shep. Unprovoked. They're going to a
Amazing
Buddy's
personality.
Pizza advertisement read, and Joe Hollywood's like, wait, we ate there last night. This is a true New Yorker, and he goes, that pizza, let me tell you, was fantastic.
And they don't like to admit we got good pizza here.
No, that's the thing. That's him saying
Good.
that. That's a seal of approval. A true New Yorker. All right. It's been a wild week. I don't know. We've had some birthdays to celebrate. Aiden Hutchinson's birthday was yesterday.
Okay,
Terry.
happy birthday. Is he 25 now?
I don't know. How old is
He's
Hutch?
still a young pup.
Aiden Hutchinson. Was he 20? He was drafted 2 years ago. 25.
Bam.
August 9th, 2000. I believe Friday was Brandon Kool-Aid Dent's birthday.
Hey,
Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah.
Man, happy birthday.
Appreciate you
Brandon.
guys, man. Appreciate you. I didn't
Man.
know you were going to do that, Broder, but
Yeah, I know you
that's
didn't
my
know that.
that's my
Brandon.
guy, man. That's my family over here.
I know how you celebrate. He went to Belle Isle and had a picnic.
Me and Willie hanging out in Belle Isle.
Yeah.
That's every black family in
Yeah.
the 2000 in the 1990s to early 2000s, man.
Yeah. Giant slide.
And still today,
Still-
Belle Isle, that's still the spot, man.
It'll still be jumping. It'll still be jumping.
Belle Isle's jumping. So's the super chat here. Everyone, thanks again for joining us this Sunday morning for the Lions Weekly Update. I'm sitting next to the legend, Terry Foster. We're going to read your comments all show in the chat. You give us a super chat, Terry. They jump to the head of the line and Sideless 5339, which I think is Burn. A $5 super chat says, only thing I learned this weekend is Packers fans are terrified of Detroit. They legit think winning week 1 decides the division. Their words, not mine. So we're learning things according to Burn, according
Talk
to
to
Sideless
him, Burn.
5339. We're learning things.
But you know what? Packer fans should be afraid of the Lions.
Yeah, damn right they should be.
Because for so many years they laughed at Lions, the Lion fans and everything. And it reminds me of a conversation I had with Brett Favre, former Green Bay quarterback. We hung out at the Super Bowl before they played Denver and Phoenix.
This is you're hanging out in person. He's not sending you text messages or
No,
anything.
we were together having beers.
Okay,
on
okay.
the Wednesday before the Super Bowl. And so then we were just chatting. I said, y'all must be ecstatic the week that you play the Lions. And he said, no, they got pretty good athletes over there, so we kind of respect them. He said their leadership may not be the best. And I think this is when Wayne Fontes was the coach.
Oh, yeah?
He said that might be holding them back, but you got to play them hard. And he says, if you notice, I don't always play well in Detroit or Pontiac or whatever. So I see, I get that. But
Yeah.
so they sort of respected the Lions. They thought the leadership was jacked up.
Right. So the Lions were never going to be a threat consistently, which they are now. The
No.
Lions have the Packers
No,
number.
I think the division thought that every blue moon the Lions would be good, like every 20 years. But then they didn't respect the organization. They said they can't sustain greatness
Yeah.
in Detroit.
Things are different, though, right? Like
Things are different.
Now they should be scared because now the organization, the leadership is in the right place.
The old man is no longer in charge.
What you actually teased it to me in our text thread a couple weeks ago, but the old man, William Clay Ford,
Yeah.
he's got a nickname that I don't remember if you shared.
Oh yeah.
And if I put you on the spot, I'll come back to that if you need.
His nickname with amongst NFL owners was what's his name? Fido? Or
Yeah.
No, Fredo.
Fredo
from The Godfather, because Fredo was a guy that they didn't respect. They ended up killing him, by the way.
Yeah.
They didn't respect. He was just this guy that was trying to be the center of attention, and nobody paid attention to him. He was kind of a weakling. So
Fredo.
other NFL owners nicknamed him Fredo.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fredo.
That's not really good.
I don't know
No,
if
so-
you want to be an owner and get a nickname from the other owners. I don't know if you're in the right place. I don't know if that's the goal you're seeking out for your.
Nah, if I'm an NFL owner, I want to be named the boss
yeah, you want something
Hey.
that other owners are
amongst
scared
my
of.
peers, right?
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. You talked about leadership being different, Terry. Could an injury like this unite a team? Could it tear apart a team? I just remember in high school baseball, and we talked about it before. I saw a horrific injury, two outfielders colliding. It was actually a freshman. It was this football stud from Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Corey Hall, whose shoulder snapped this kid's leg in half. He was this big freshman. I remember I didn't want to play baseball after that game. No one wanted to play, and I can't remember if we even called the game. But nonetheless, you're shaken up for a little bit. How much does Dan Campbell play a role in uniting this team?
He plays a huge role, no matter what happens. Dan Campbell's going to play a huge role. Now, you ask, could it unite a team? It could.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to in this case because this is not a high-profile player. But could it shatter a team? No. I don't think anything like this could shatter a team, but because once again you're thinking in a tough times in training camp or a tough game.
Yeah.
If you think about him, that's my brother out there. So it can bond a team.
Yeah.
Although I don't think it's going to do it in this case. But, we saw we saw both teams out there uniting and holding hands and praying and stuff like that. So that's what happens there. But I don't believe that there's continuation from a lot of games in most cases.
Yeah.
But this could be an emotional thing that players think about from time to time.
At least just gives you some perspective on, again, what you're doing every day. A lot of players have been playing since Pee Wee, and some maybe haven't witnessed something as serious as that or been a part. So it's like, all right, let's get back to work.
You know what could happen, young man?
What?
Whenever fans get all chesty and everything, whenever a fan goes up to a player and says, "You don't care," the player can say, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do care.
Shut your whole ass up.
Because we're out there putting it on the line every play.
Yeah.
Tell them nicely.
Every play could be my last one. You gonna tell me I don't care? I'm only playing for the money? No, it's not true. I do play for the money, but there's a bigger picture in this whole thing. That's why, and I'm going on a tangent now, but I don't care.
No,
that's
Woodward
why,
sports stories with Terry.
It makes me mad that the NFL says we want to protect our players, but they're playing on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They don't care about their players.
Thanksgiving,
Multiple short weeks
obviously,
in a
Christmas.
season now. It used to be, I said, in multiple short weeks in a season now. It used to be a situation where maybe Thanksgiving is or Christmas is your short week. Now you're seeing teams have 2 and 3 of those because they got to play on Thursday. Then they got to go overseas sometimes. Then they got to play on the holidays. It is a situation where you're hearing them talk about safety. I don't know necessarily what they're doing beyond the Guardian caps, which nobody wants to wear, to really make sure that's a thing. Listen, Braylon thinks that they are definitely on the way to 18 regular season games. And he believes if they cancel preseason,
I think we all know
even
that.
more than that.
There's going to be 18 regs and then 2 preseason games.
Yeah.
That's where it's all headed to.
Yep.
But, the other thing is when you look at the dynamic of a week, you play on – let's say you play on Sunday. Monday, you can't even move. You're so stiff. So the only thing the players do on Mondays, they come in, they get massages. They don't make them work out or anything.
You move a little bit, get some blood flow to try.
Yeah.
You're
Tuesday, you're off. Wednesday, you're still kind of sore and messed up. Thursday, you don't want to play a game.
No.
You're still jacked up. But they're making some teams play on Thursday. Friday, I think by Friday, you're saying, okay, I could do something. They wanted me to play a game. I could do it. Don't want to.
No.
But I could. So we're making these guys play on Thursday, Saturday, and stuff like that. Knowing that something like what happened to Maurice could happen to anybody at any time, any place.
Yeah, and I wish everybody could feel what an NFL player's body feels like that week after, that Monday after. I wish everyone could experience what a pitcher's arm feels like after throwing 100 pitches. I remember when I was training and trying to make it in baseball, I was a host and a server at Grazie in Ann Arbor, the Italian restaurant up there. And it was my first time working in the hospitality industry, working in a restaurant. And I view everything completely different as a customer now going into restaurants, how you tip servers, how everything works in the kitchen, behind the scenes. Everyone needs to understand a little bit of the perspective. These football players are literally driving their bodies into the ground. They're killing themselves every Sunday or Monday or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Every day of the week. It's not easy. They don't do anything physical.
How many times did you ice your arm a week?
If we have 5 days off, 4 of those days we're icing. I may not ice the day before a start, but you're doing it the days leading up.
So you had that big thing on your shoulder?
Yeah. You got a little stem, you're hooked up to these little
yes, the electrostim therapy.
Yeah.
We had that in basketball. That's what I was going to say. As a basketball player in college, when I got to NCAA D2, shout out to CUC, shout out to Steve Francis, who did a lot to make sure that we had next level, physical fitness stuff from the weight room to what our trainer had. Because we were a tiny school, but He grew up behind the gym and wanted to give back to a school that gave to him.
Steve
And
Francis, the franchise?
The franchise. Yes, there's a story about that. It
Not
was an
just
awesome
Steve
time.
Francis from the west side of Detroit.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
But I mean, you're right. And we didn't know all of the things that go into your recovery. And I used to just play ball and used to have all of the pains. When I got to college, they had us on ice after each practice, each weight
Whirlpools.
session. And you felt the difference. Then you start to feel that the space between how much pain you're in and then that recovery. Now imagine football players who are actually taking hits. This is just me lifting weights. This is just me doing a little in and out bump off of people. This might be I get fouled hard and you need the ice for that. I'm not saying nothing to football players about, oh, just go and play all you week, you this. Because I know how it was as a basketball player. My guys, football players, bro, there was times when they couldn't walk a whole week after a high school game, let alone what's going on in the NFL. So I get it, man.
Do you feel anything in your knees today?
Yes.
Because of that?
Yes, I do. My knees, man. I'm 39 years young on Thursday, and you feel it today a whole lot more than then. But I know this: if we weren't doing that icing down and such, it'd probably even be worse today. I don't football players. I even talked to Bray like bro, like how do you feel today? He was like, it's some pains, man. It's some things you know you're gonna live with forever. And then we all know probably the most interesting or the most famous one for us here in our era is just look at Calvin Johnson's hands.
Yeah.
It's just his hands, bro. Like his quality of life is done. And people gonna be like, I remember even during Calvin's time, there was times he would get injured. Oh, Calvin, just get up. Oh, Calvin, just catch the ball. It's like, did y'all not just see him get speared helmet to helmet by like two defenders? It's a tough sport, man.
No, Calvin Johnson's fingers, like they're going which way, but loose. They're going here, they're going there. They taking sides. So I can understand why he retired.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I'm not killing myself anymore for this. And he's playing for a bad organization.
Right. It's the same. Frank Ragnow just retired. And all of these things, I'm sure, went through his head. We see players retire from the from
and
NFL.
He's an Iron Man.
Iron Man. Like, the dude will play through anything. A broken toe, what did he do? He tore his pec in week 2 last year and played through it the rest of the year. But at some point, you got to realize, all right, I made money. I got a family. We got people in the chat that T-Twerk21. I also wish everyone could experience their bank account just for one day. Why Pipo? I wish everyone could experience what it's like to make pro sports money. Dante151 in the chat gave us a $5 super chat. He says, to be honest, what the Falcons did after what happened with the play, this is the Morice Norris injury on Friday night. It gave him newfound respect for that organization and their players.
Well, super chat, answer me this question.
Yeah, Dante151.
Dante, and you can, if you were at the game and you paid money, and despite what happened, would you be upset as a sports fan that the game didn't go on? You didn't get your full amount of NFL football that night because you went out, you probably paid $150 for tickets, and you take Honey Bun with you, and
it's a good question.
She's asking all kinds of stupid questions and stuff, but you're having a good time with her. Were you upset that your evening was cut short?
I'd like to hear what people say in the chat because
that's why I asked it.
I know. It's because you feel guilty saying, "Yeah, damn, preseason games are expensive now." You said $150 minimum. Right. I don't know. I'd like to think humanity, and I'd like to think I'd react in a way that's like, all right, hey, it's life. It's bigger than this. I bet there's some people out there that would be a little pissed.
I'm sure.
Give me my money back.
Sure, of course. That's the way society is. Now, I don't want to talk injuries the whole show. I also want to talk quarterback.
Oh.
Now.
Stinky.
I've been saying this for weeks. Hendon Hooker is not good. And I got a little blowback, and I heard from people saying, "No, he should be playing over Jared Goff." Maybe is it too soon? And I'm guilty of this. Is it too soon to say the Hendon Hooker experiment is done? That he was going to be the number 3 quarterback on this team. Kyle Allen will be the backup. Jared Goff is going to play until he can't play anymore. That's just the way it is.
I'm starting to believe it's not too soon to say that. Like, it's how the type of struggle he had in these preseason games, the trying to escape the pocket too quickly, fumbles, you got to hang on to the ball. He just doesn't feel like he has a really good grasp on NFL speed on this offense, making quick decisions. I'm starting to lose hope that he's a third stringer.
Are you gonna bring in a high school coach?
Teddy Bridgewater?
Again?
No, he's on the Bucks. He's on the Bucks, who I think are a sneaky team in the NFC. There's not much out there. If you want to bring in a quarterback, you're probably looking at someone who's going to get cut from another team when it goes down to 53. But
Cleveland's got 4 quarterbacks. They're going to have to release somebody.
You want Kenny Pickett, Dylan
I would
Gabriel.
I'd take any of them over Hendon Hooker.
I would love Joe Flacco.
Hendon Hooker, yeah, I would take Flacco too.
He's going to start.
But Hendon Hooker, it's not like he's a rookie.
No.
He's got rookie experience as far as games. He's been here for 3 years. So, and normally, and back in here, I'm going to be the old guy again. Here's what we used to do back in the day. You would draft a quarterback, sit his ass for 2 years, and then bring him in the 3rd year, and that was your starting quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what they've done with Hendon Hooker.
Yeah.
And it's not working.
That's why I'm like, he hasn't had a lot of game experience, but he's been around long enough where you should be processing things faster. You should know you got to take care of the ball. If we're going to get on Jared Goff for turning the ball over, you can't be putting the ball on the ground twice.
Now, you were telling me people were complaining about Jared Goff because of his arm strength.
Yeah, apparently. He can't throw it far enough to get it to J-Mo on a fly route.
Even though he's done that.
Yeah, he's done that multiple times.
Now, to me, if I have to pick out one thing I'd like to see Jared Goff improve on, don't turn the ball over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't care if you can't hit a 70-yard out route. I don't care. But if you turn the ball over 3 times, I got a problem with that.
Big time. Big time. There have been a lot of talk this week. I've heard on multiple shows. The question was asked, like, do you even want to see Jared Goff throwing the ball deep more this year? You know, he's got – I think the Lions last year led the league in yards after the catch. And you know what host who usually sits in the seat later on in the night, 5 to 7, likes to find all the pieces, all the stats to pick apart Jared Goff's game. But do you need him to throw the ball deeper?
Only the J-Mo.
Yeah.
That's it. But, I don't think people watch the NFL the way you should. When you look at the NFL, they're not going deep a lot of times. Let me take what the defense is giving me. It's a lot of intermediate routes. It's a lot of out routes. It's a lot of button hooks and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's the National Football League. Because coaches are saying, hey, the only way you can beat us is if we turn the ball over. So we're not going to turn the ball over. Mm-hmm. That's way more important than just letting it fly.
Yeah, without a doubt. Jared Goff has the arm to make the throw. You need to throw the deep ball or deep routes on occasion so the defense has to play you honestly, but we don't need more deep passes. We just need more of what they've been doing all along. Mix them in a little bit. J-Mo being on the field alone stretches the defense. It spreads it out.
Now, they have gone to J-Mo deep a few times. And I think one time he underthrew him, but he still caught it.
Yeah.
But the other times, they've been pretty much there. I remember one time he overthrew him.
Right. But I was told he doesn't have the arm strength. There's a play-action deep pass against the Chicago Bears. He threw one deep on the dime against the Cowboys. Like, the list goes on. And it's not even just the deep pass. It's the accuracy and ball placement on those 25-yard crossing routes against the Seahawks when he has J-Mo in stride where he's only got to turn the corner on one safety or one cornerback, and that dude is freaking gone. He's in the end zone, humping pylons.
All right, here, I'm going to make fun of the flagship.
Humping pylons.
Let's go.
Like I care. But here's what happens with the flagship. Let's say 10 years ago, I hurt my shoulder, and then I did it 2 years in a row. Then 8 years in a row, I'm still playing.
Yeah.
The flagship is still calling me injury prone.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So what we do is if we see something, no matter how long we don't see it. It's always, well, he's injury prone, or he's got a noodle arm, or he can't do this. And it's no longer true.
Right.
People evolve, athletes evolve. I remember before the flagship, and there was this huge battle, and I used to get pissed off because I was beat writer for the Pistons. You cannot win a championship when your focal point is a 6'1" point guard who was probably closer to 6 foot or maybe 5'11". I don't know.
Right.
So you got to trade him and get a big man, and if the Pistons want to win a championship, well, guess what? That little man was not traded. They went to 3 NBA finals. They battled the Boston Celtics tooth and nail, finally beat them, and there's 2 trophies at the trophy case because of this little man.
Little 5'11" point guard.
Right. Who's now considered the greatest Piston of all time.
Right.
But this town was like, get him out of here. Do you know they wanted to? Did I tell you this story?
I don't think so.
There was this huge thing, trade Isaiah Thomas for Ralph Sampson.
Oh man.
He's 7'4". I never liked Ralph Sampson. I thought he was soft.
Overrated.
In fact, my nickname for him was Bambi. Bambi. So one day, the whole trade Isaiah for Ralph Sampson went away because Ralph Sampson's knees were so bad, he got cut and couldn't find a job. So at this point, Ralph Sampson was trying out for teams to get on a team. One day, the Pistons were they're going to play the Sacramento Kings, and so they had to practice in a high school gym. Mm-hmm. So there's like 2 courts. One the Pistons are practicing on. The other one, there's this real tall guy running from one side of the gym to the other one. And the one thing I remember, every time he stopped and turned around, he went, hoop, hoop. And then Mark Aguirre turned to Isaiah Thomas and said, hey, Zeke, there go your replacement over there. And we all cracked up. That was Ralph Sampson.
Unbelievable.
Right.
He was the one moaning at every turn because of his knees.
Yeah. And he was trying to get himself geared up to run that gym again.
Unreal. How close was that trade to happening? Or was it just...
You know what? There was more chatter, but I think they did talk about it because the Bad Boy Pistons were 1 game away from being broken up.
Dang.
They were in a playoff series against the Washington Bullets at the time, and it went to a game 5. And so if the Pistons lost that game, they were going to break up the Bad Boys. This is in 86.
Wow.
They won the game by 20, and then they kept the team together, and they won a couple championships.
Damn, how about that?
Awesome.
Riding on the back of a 5'11" point guard.
Mm-hmm. But what I'm trying to say is things evolve, and Jared Goff doesn't need more arm strength. Jared Goff needs to just not turn the ball over.
Right. And Jared Goff is not a turnover-prone quarterback anymore. He has moments. He has games like the Texans game where you're throwing the ball up to who knows where. 5 interceptions here. Maybe a game, 3 interceptions and a fumble in the Washington. He has bad games where turnovers are the problem. Jared Goff's not turnover-prone. He's not a turnover-prone quarterback anymore. He's actually 3rd in NFL history in most completed passes without an interception. He's as accurate as it gets.
He is a system quarterback. He is, and which is fine,
right?
As long as you stay within the system and he doesn't turn the ball over. But I think there's certain games where he feels I have to do more.
Right.
And my question is why? You just thumped somebody 35-10, and now you feel in this next thing I got to do more.
Yeah.
Why? Just stay within yourself. Don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to all these fans talking about, Jerry, you need a stronger arm. You need to do this. No, you don't. You just need to win football games.
Yeah, just get the ball in the hands of your playmakers, which this Lions team has all over the place. They have it. Their number 3 wide receiver, Tim Patrick, you can find him Or, as some people are saying,
or Tim Patrick is going to be replaced by Teslaa.
That's what we hear.
Teslaa. Yeah,
That's
hey, listen,
me saying that.
everybody is starting to jump on that bandwagon too, man.
Who
But
said it first?
The Tesla train.
shout out to T Foss, man.
Yeah, I told y'all.
look into the camera and tell the people.
And
look
then
look at it and tell them
you
you
know
told
who was
them
making
first.
fun of me?
Who?
You.
Me? For
Yeah, he said, no way.
What?
No way. Come on. I'm like, damn.
Hey, look, Teslaa's a new flavor, man. Straight up.
You know why? This is the era of the white guy in athletics. White
Tell me
guys,
more. Tell me more.
No,
Look at Matt
white guy.
Shine.
Oh, now you all excited. And
Look
stuff.
at Matt going.
This excludes you. No, but you're seeing faster white receivers.
Yeah.
Faster white runners.
Cornerbacks.
Cornerbacks,
Cooper
right.
DeJean.
Right.
Milkcheck.
Right. So we may as well embrace it.
Do you
And then
know-
there's this white high school sprinter who's walking brothers in the 100 meters.
No way.
Yeah.
What in Michigan or what state?
No, I don't know where he's from, but he's national now. He's going
like-
to be in the Olympics.
Okay, like Sam McGuffey. Remember Sam McGuffey back in the day?
Sam McGuffey.
Michigan running back.
Oh, God.
The original like YouTube football star.
And then didn't do anything.
Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
he did win a September Heisman.
Oh
Michigan,
yeah.
Michigan used to have all these September Heismans.
Yeah.
Y'all look great against Central Michigan and Northern Illinois, and
Tate Forcier.
then when it was time
Shout
to
out to
play
Tate.
Wisconsin and Michigan State, and Ohio State, they just kind of disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah. T-Tort21 says F them picks. Hashtag Tesla is lightning, is electric. Sideless 5339 in the chat. Burn $5 super chat. Because our fans don't watch other teams. Do you know Patrick Mahomes had 4 turnovers in the Super Bowl? Forget what that was in reference to, but
Well, here it is. People said, well, the only reason Jared Goff plays well is because he has a line that protects him.
yeah,
Do you know who melted down when he didn't have a line?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And let me stop now. Patrick Mahomes, who we call the best quarterback in the NFL, right?
Uh-huh.
He didn't get protection. His line was hurt. He was exposed.
Yeah.
He was making mistakes. That's just football.
Yeah. Steve O'Baby in the chat. Broder, a quarterback has to play flawless in the game, especially when it comes to the playoffs. You do have to play flawless. It's hard to play flawless whether you're Patrick Mahomes or Jared Goff when you got pressure coming, when that defense takes over.
See, I don't even think that was it. I think Jared Goff turned the ball over against the Commanders because he got into a mindset, well, I got to make every play. I got to somehow make a 14-point touchdown.
Our defense isn't going to stop
Because
them.
his defense stunk. They were about to have a 14-3 lead, and then your boy, Ben Johnson, has an empty backfield on 3rd and 1. I'm joking. I know it's not your boy,
know,
but I just
know.
felt like getting on your nerves
I
today.
know.
I feel I haven't gotten on your case yet.
No, I
today,
need
so
more.
I gotta mess with you.
Need some more heat. We're 40 minutes in. We got 50 to
So
go.
your boy decides to go empty backfield
Yep.
and pass on 3rd and 1.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. So then he's like, well, I've scored 21 points and we're still behind.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting further behind. So then I think he got out of his element because the Commanders' defense wasn't that great.
No.
All you got to do is play within yourself and just take
Yeah.
But you couldn't because the defense was giving up chunk plays.
Yeah. Top 5 pass defense, let's throw it 45 times instead of running the ball with Jahmyr Gibbs. You
Right.
know,
But,
35 times.
The year before that, they got in trouble because they were rolling, and then all of a sudden, your boy wants to pass 51 times
Yeah.
against Tampa Bay
yeah.
instead of running the ball, and then they lose that game.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, you don't want him passing 50 times.
No, I love Jared Goff, and I'll stand up for him. He doesn't need to throw more than 35 passes a game.
Right.
Shit, maybe even 30.
Unless he's playing the Chargers.
Less is what?
Unless he's playing the Chargers. He
Oh, right.
smoked them.
If he knows he's in a shootout, he can win a shootout.
How about
Tell
15?
him.
How about 15 times? No, I'm just joking.
How about 18 for 18?
And that's what he does.
Yeah.
When he's within himself, he puts up stupid numbers like 21 of 23.
Yeah.
for 280 something
Yeah.
yards, 2-3 touchdowns.
And Terry, how often do you see Jared, a play breaks down, he throws the ball into the ground, or he throws
Correct.
it away.
Right.
Sometimes he just takes a sack just to go down and get to the next play.
And you know what's crucial about that is, to me, with the quarterback who we already say is good, top 10, there's not a lot that you see these guys learn. You just see them continue to be that much better. But we saw Jared Goff, in my opinion, learn some new things last year about that pocket. I do believe that him being able to wiggle around just a little bit more in the pocket and throw the ball down into the dirt allowed him in large portions of that season to be able to cut back on certain mistakes that seemed habitual at times for him.
Hell yeah.
Certain mistakes, certain turnovers, oh my gosh, I could have been intercepted. I thought that helped him be able to cut down sometimes on what could have been either a sure sack, a tipped pass, or in the turnover by being able to do some of those little things. Showing he's still working to get better as a quarterback who's top 7, top 8 in the league at worst.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, my brothers.
Talk to me.
Did the Lions make a
you.
mistake
My brother.
in using a 3rd-round pick on Hendon Hooker?
Yes. This is the first time I've said yes, because I was okay with it. Now it's a wasted pick. It's wasted. It's official.
You guys see it. I got the overlay, man. Detroit Lions. Do they have backup quarterback concerns, or is Allen at the very least showing you enough through preseason against some backups? Because Hendon Hooker, he's not looking like it. He didn't even look like it. His face, after he got pulled from that game, in my opinion, told it all. It was just like, it told it all, man. And I'm a Hendon Hooker supporter. Shout out to the MVP who sits here on the morning show, JB Smooth.
Yes, sir.
I know that he's feeling some type of way because he thought that this was going to be Hooker season in the preseason. He thought every game was about to be the Hooker Bowl, and I was looking forward to it. We talked about it and joked about it. This is what we look forward to. Hendon go out there and show what you're supposed to do. And you know what's crazy? We saw Allen be a little bit more mobile than Hendon Hooker in that last preseason game.
See, I'm not concerned about the backup quarterback because backup quarterbacks, at least in this, haven't played.
Yeah.
And when you look at the NFL, at some point, a backup quarterback is going to have to play because people get injured.
Yeah.
Jared Goff, knock on wood, has not been injured.
Did he need a drive, at least one drive, in the playoffs last year? That's the thing.
All right, fellas. Cleveland Browns have 100 quarterbacks. They're
And
going to
Shedeur
have to.
Sanders deserve it.
No, they're going to have to release somebody.
I see what you mean. So there's still time.
Who do you hope they release, and who would you want to bring to the Lions from the
Shedeur.
Cleveland Browns?
Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur,
He's
be
not
a
going to
great-
work out.
You got the vet and Joe Flacco. You got the potential Shedeur Sanders.
Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett. One of my worst takes of all time. I thought Kenny Pickett was going to be
keep
good.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Who?
I mean, to me, I think it's easy, but it's not going to happen. It's Joe Flacco. He's going to be their starter. But he would easily be the one that I would want backing Jared Goff up.
Okay. Hey, Bagel Boy.
What up, though?
Which one do you want? Which Cleveland Browns quarterback would you want to be backing up Jared Goff?
I listen, man. Just bring Cheese and Joe over here, man. It just seems like the right thing to do. Give me a little bit of Flacco action, and I think we're good to roll. We're ready to roll. And look, if we can just go over there and just poach Shedeur Sanders, who apparently a lot of NFL teams didn't want, then awesome. But
Yeah.
just give me Joe. And
I
call
think
it a
I
day.
want Shedeur Sanders for this reason, because not everybody, many people in Detroit are stuck up on that. Well, you have to have a quarterback who runs. Shedeur Sanders can run.
Yeah.
Flacco
A little
cannot. No, he can run.
A little bit.
No
He's not
rhythm.
some crazy athlete like his dad.
No. Nobody said he had to be crazy, but he could tuck the ball under and he could take off.
Yeah, so can Hendon Hooker. Just not well.
Well,
That's why I brought up Jared Goff throwing the ball into the ground.
I tell you what, move Hendon Hooker to running back then.
His value went to 40.
Maybe.
He's not a quarterback.
He's not a quarterback in Detroit, I don't think. He's got everything you'd want. I love Hendon Hooker, and I think he's got a lot of talent. Just doesn't look good right now. And now's the time. We're a Super Bowl contending team. We don't have time for this anymore. We need our Chad Henne. We need our Nick Foles. Like, I don't necessarily think there's backup QB concerns like you said. Like, if Jared Goff goes down, the season's over.
Yeah.
No,
I just think
bring in
there's-
Joe Flacco after he gets cut from Cleveland.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Then the season wouldn't be over. But it's over for Hendon Hooker in Detroit. Sorry. Bring in.
Hey, that's business, bro.
Bring in Jameis. Jameis Winston. They got to cut a quarterback in New York.
You know what? Jameis Winston, let's rock.
I'm on the brain.
I'm
Jameis
eating
Winston.
W's.
I would take Jameis Winston.
Me
In
too.
a heartbeat.
I'm eating W's. Let's rock.
I want audio of Dan Campbell and Jameis Winston every day of my life.
Now, he turns the rock over,
A lot.
but he also throws touchdown passes.
500 yards and 5 interceptions, baby.
Right. Yeah, this dude will come in. He'll have 5 interceptions, 6 touchdowns,
Shout out.
and then run for another one.
And have the best post-game press conference of all time.
Right. But see, I think a guy like Jameis Winston will, if things get tight for this roster, he would ease the pressure because he's going to be joking around. He's going to be boys with everybody. Now, if I have Sam's fish market, I might be a little worried because he might come in and get himself a couple lobsters and take off.
A couple crab legs.
Some crab legs. So I'd be worried. But other than that, I think he would fit in well with the Detroit Lions. He could fit in well with any roster.
No
agree.
crab legs for Jameis though. You put him on a restriction there, huh? T-Fox?
What's up?
I said no, but no crab legs for Jameis though. You putting him on a restriction?
No. He got by his own crab legs, man.
Shout out Jameis Winston.
But
man.
you know what? If he came in here and replaced Jared Goff, who might be injured, and wins a couple games, he doesn't have to buy his crab legs. They'll give him his crab legs.
Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the backup quarterback for the Eagles last year when they won the Super Bowl? Exactly. All right, moving on. It's Tanner McKee. He was a rookie last year. I actually kind of like him. But no one knows the name of the backup quarterbacks.
Correct.
You don't want them to be important.
No.
Unfortunately, we don't have one on the
Once
roster
again,
right now.
Not worried. Just keep Jared Goff upright. And a lot of that has to do with the offensive line.
Yeah. How soon? So you're on the replace Tim Patrick with Isaac Teslaa. Are we talking week 1? Or when does this happen?
Well, I thought it would be in October, but now I'm thinking it could be sooner. Middle of September.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
Because Teslaa is better than a lot of us thought he was, even though he was getting praise and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like he can play.
Yeah.
He's a gunner on special teams, which helps, even though he made some mistakes, but he made effort mistakes. But Tim Patrick, I think, was a fine receiver, but I think he's fading now. Father time is catching up with him. Teslaa is young. It's a young man's league.
It's not a young man's offense, though.
And he can run, and he's big.
Yeah.
Let's say he doesn't shake the cornerback, right? He's 6'4". He posts his ass up, catch the ball, fall down, first down.
Yeah. Like he did against the Falcons. That was a nice we haven't seen a fade route in the end zone to a Lions wide receiver in a while. He did it executed to perfection almost.
Right.
Might have been against the number 3, number 4 cornerback, but you want to see him perform.
But we can't sit up here and say about anybody how they're going to do against regular competition.
Right.
We don't know because they're going up against people who are going to be working in Burger King.
Right. How did Tim Patrick do on Friday? That's right. He didn't play.
Right.
You know why he didn't play? Because he's a third string wide receiver.
Or
number
third
3.
string 4.
Maybe Dan Campbell's like, well, I need Tim Patrick, so I'm not going to play him.
Oh, exactly. And Jared Goff was in Dan Campbell's ear, too, saying, hey, we need Tim Patrick. Don't play him, if you were thinking about it, which you weren't because you're smart, Dan. Tim Patrick is the Josh Reynolds to Jared Goff. Tim Patrick is when healthy, and he was healthy for a year last year, and we don't know how much more healthy he's getting. He is getting older, and I don't think his future is so bright. Tim Patrick is a very good wide receiver. Some would say a number 2 in a number 3's body. I've heard KG say it, and I really like it.
All right. I am going around the room again because that's what I feel like doing today. All right, fellas. Does Teslaa take Tim Patrick's job from him?
Ooh.
I'll start. No.
Let's go.
ahead.
No. Next year, yeah. This year, no. He might take a couple receptions. But I think Teslaa's place in this offense is going to be more as a JMO backup this year while being groomed to be the next Tim Patrick. He's going to be running JMO type routes. I love Teslaa. I think he's the future number 3. It ain't happening this year. It's Tim Patrick.
Will he be? And I'm not talking about William Bedford.
I mean, let him. Teslaa should be. He's not ready yet. Like I said.
Yeah.
He just need another year. Another year. Is all his.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Bagel boy.
Bagel boy.
Oh, I'm still over here thinking about it, man. Hold on one second. I'm gonna get it up here on the screen. Cause you guys see we got the bottom bar there, and I need the chat family to participate as well. I want you guys to tell us who is your wide receiver number 3, because Broder, look, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I do believe that this is effectively Isaac Teslaa's to lose. I really do. I feel like everything that he's showing right now is at the very least he can be what Tim Patrick is and probably give you a little bit more. And if he is the future, I think that you don't belabor that. Like, do I believe he will start the season as the starter? Maybe not. But can I see Isaac Teslaa as the starter by, say, week 4 or after the bye week?
How about week 9 after the bye week?
I can see it after the bye week, definitely.
I was going to say Halloween. When you taking the kids out trick-or-treating,
yeah,
Teslaa should be the number 3 receiver.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, there's always a reluctance for a team to replace a veteran who's done well. You want to send him out with dignity. You want to make sure that he gets his opportunities. So I don't think Teslaa will take his job away until Halloween.
Yeah, but this year for sure. I definitely believe it's this year for Isaac Teslaa. And I get it. You don't want to make too much about preseason performance. We have, as Lions fans, have been bitten by that. 4-0 to 0-16, whatever. But with Isaac Teslaa, it's everything else that Brad Holmes did to identify him as a player, to invest in him as a player, to trade up to get him. And he's a 3rd-round pick. I don't know how much that matters with some of our chat family. I forget who said it earlier in the chat. But they addressed it at us saying, that they believe that, Hendon Hooker and I believe Broderick Martin are wastes of a 3rd-round pick. And now you have Isaac Teslaa sitting here, who I do believe is going to be one of those 3rd-round picks that pan out quite favorably for Brad Holmes.
I
really
agree. I agree. Just not this year.
You holding strong to that, aren't
this
you?
year.
Not this year.
Not this year.
Not this year. And if he does it has nothing to do with catching passes, actually. It has nothing to do with Tim Patrick catching passes.
Isn't that what a wide receiver does?
It's what they're supposed to do. It's part of what they do. If Teslaa is going to steal that wide receiver 3 role, it's because Tim Patrick struggles blocking in the run game. Right. What I love best about Teslaa on Friday wasn't his touchdown catch, which I like.
Know what?
It was his blocking in the run game.
All right, love you, but you have not been paying attention to what's going on in the world.
Oh, yeah?
I'm telling y'all, this is the era of the white guy. They're faster, more athletic. They taking brothers' jobs. And I'm not hating on it.
Thank you.
I knew it was going to happen at some point. It's not you. Not you. You're not going to take anybody's job. But anyway.
Hey!
Come on.
I take a lot of guys' jobs in baseball.
You did. When you were young.
I stole a lot of jobs.
How old
Throwing
are you now?
86. 35.
Young man.
Thank you.
You're a young man, but probably not going to pitch in the majors.
No, I will not.
Okay.
Ever.
It'll be okay, brother.
It's all
Did
right.
you think he had a shot?
I did.
At one point? Okay.
I did. It was a dream. It was the era where it yeah, we could go too long.
Did Scott ever pull you
salty.
aside and say, hey, man, if you do this and do that, blah, blah, you got a shot?
Yeah, you know what they said? If you throw 90, you got a shot. If you don't, we're not even going to consider you. I had a pitching coach tell me that.
Oh, wow.
Why didn't you develop a knuckleball?
I could never throw a knuckleball. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
What kind of?
So I just should stick with the changeup because the changeup makes the fastball look harder. You got your perceptual velocity because I'm 6'5". All the stuff that doesn't show up on a radar gun when you get 15 pitches at a tryout. Sorry.
The problem was his changeup was his fastball.
It was. That was my go-to.
So,
and we see the resurgence of the changeup in Major League Baseball right now. And dare you say in Jared Goff's arm. He likes to throw a changeup here and there. A little wobbler.
Yeah, he does throw a little wobbler.
I do want to ask you, Matt.
Weird it always gets there, though.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. And he keeps his wide receivers out of harm's way. Okay. Hendon Hooker. He put one, was it Meeks? Who was it that he threw the ball to in that game? Led him right into this oncoming safety.
You know who did not
Craig
protect,
Reynolds. It was Craig.
You know who did not protect his wide receivers?
Matthew Stafford.
Bingo.
Boom. And he still does it on the Rams. Remember that throw to Tyler Higbee that apparently Kirby Joseph made a dirty tackle? Sorry, that was Matthew Stafford's fault.
Why you get all excited when you talk about Matthew Stafford? You're all breaking the table and shit.
I know.
Up
I'm
there, dude. Why don't
sorry.
you relax?
Hear it shaking. I'm like, you're triggering me with all these narratives. I guess you got me with the baseball narratives, and now we're in Stafford, and then Kirby Joseph.
He went full on flannel mode.
Yeah.
Shout out my brother
The
Flannel.
flannel.
No, it's
I'm gonna get them riled up now,
Oh,
just with one question. You know why? Because I'm bad. I'm just a bad guy.
Let me see.
Really?
What
Let
you
me
about
see.
to
I know it's
Terry,
gonna set him
Williams.
off.
Let me see
But
if
you
I-
know what? Ask me if I care. No.
Okay.
Who's the best quarterback, Lions quarterback in the last 50 years?
I knew. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Look at what I just put on the screen. I was preparing an overlay. Jared Goff.
It's Jared Goff.
Why?
It's
everybody-
that man, Jared
I was over here
Goff.
just working on the side. I had no idea T-Foss was about to lead there. Shout out to
Yeah.
T-Foss.
Yeah, Jared Goff, baby.
You know what? Jared Goff didn't have to quarterback under Matt Millen. Jared Goff didn't have to quarterback under
No.
Patricia.
No.
Hey, intern Noah said this is crazy.
Well, who is it? Matthew Stafford? I let me think back to all the playoff wins I saw him quarterback. Oh, shit, that's right.
Okay,
There was
all
zero.
right. He played during the time when the Lions were an embarrassment.
Yeah, so did Jared Goff.
No, he did not. Sheila Hamp took over. Sheila Hamp changed the organization, and I tried to tell y'all early on, this team is different. From the top,
He did tell us that.
it
I got it.
was
I got
just
it.
different.
Right, including at the quarterback position. The team was different. You had an actual leader.
They got the quarterback, and they got 2 draft picks, and they started building a team.
Yeah.
Why y'all worship?
But you know what? Here's the difference between the Lions. First of all, management and ownership was awful. They used to do some stupid stuff, and you had an 84-year-old man interfering, wanting to make draft picks. Mm-hmm. You know, despite the fact he never saw these dudes play, he just read about them.
Yeah.
Sheila Hamp, you know what she does? She just chills out, sips on her Pepsi or iced tea or whatever she drinks, and just tell them, y'all just do your thing.
Yeah.
Said, Mrs. Ford, what should we do? I said, didn't I just hire you to make this decision? Shut up. Do your thing. I don't want to be involved. That's the big difference.
Yeah, the ownership, leadership, they got people in the right positions making the right moves. So you trust the organization now, is what you're saying?
Bam.
Wait. So what did that organization do? What was the very first move that those people made? Trade Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff.
You know why
We'll
they
take
did
that quarterback from L.A.
No. They were forced into it. Matthew Stafford said, I'm sick of this shit around here.
Exactly. He didn't
Get
want to
me
be in
outta
Detroit.
here. He didn't know that these guys are going to be different. He thought it was going to be a continuation of what they were before. Mm-hmm. But they weren't. He didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah. He just wasn't resilient enough to stick with the team that drafted him
you know what?
first overall.
Maybe he was beat down so much. He's like, I'm out of here. But you know who else was beat down so much? Barry Sanders, who you like. Megatron, who you like. And Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
And Ndamukong Suh.
Dominic Sue too.
Even though Ndamukong Suh said they forced him out. No, they didn't. He was tired of this place.
Yeah.
So get me out of here.
Yeah.
So your top athletes in Lions history are saying or said, I want out.
Right.
Help me get out.
Right.
Hell.
And some of these dudes still wanted to play.
Hell.
Barry Sanders had talked about still playing, but not with the Lions. Megatron definitely wanted to play, but not with the Lions.
He wanted to go to the Raiders.
Ndamukong Suh, he was drafted by the Lions and was trying to figure out, how do I get out of here as soon as possible?
Yeah. It's weird. Now you got wide receivers wanting to come to Detroit and play with Jared Goff
Why?
because they keep him out of harm's way.
No,
he keeps them out of harm's way.
No.
Yeah.
I've lectured you and you're still not listening.
I've spoken to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I asked him directly what he thinks about playing with Jared Goff. First thing he says to me, he never has to worry. That man keeps me out of harm's way. I'm not afraid to go over the middle. I'm not afraid to make these catches in traffic because I know my quarterback's going to take care of me. He's going to put the ball where it needs to be. Why does Tim Patrick, his only team he wanted to play for was the Lions?
Well, he's going to lose his job. Let's see what he's talking about this year when Teslaa usurps him.
That's fine. that if Teslaa usurps Tim Patrick, I'd actually be happy because that means Teslaa is playing that well. Where he becomes an asset to this offense, I'll take it. I just don't think it's going to happen this year because I think Jared Goff and Johnny Morton know the reliability of Tim Patrick, the experience he has, not just in this offense, but in the NFL, I think is more important than Teslaa's athleticism right now. Teslaa has played 1 year in SEC football.
So basically, you're calling me a liar.
No.
When I say this is the this is
Come
the
on,
era
Terry.
of the white guy, you say, Terry's just talking bullshit.
No, I think you're onto something. By the way, have you ever heard the term milk check? Do you know what that means?
What's
Educate
that?
me.
It was I think it was back in the era of like Jason Sehorn, and there were a couple white cornerbacks where when the wide receivers would go out and they'd see a white DB lined up across them, they'd tap their head and they'd yell milk check, and their whole line of scrimmage and quarterback would know, all right, we got to get him the ball.
Right. And it's like, the stuff we see on YouTube now with Larry Bird bitching at Isaiah Thomas saying, you got a white guy guard me. You're disrespecting me.
Right.
And you said that Charles Barkley, too.
Right. It's different. Kool-Aid told a good story earlier this week on the Braylon Edwards show with Shep about was it a little point guard you were scrimmaging against, and you're like, I'll guard him. And all of a sudden he plays overseas
Bro, it was tough. Listen, man, he was on a part of the Bahamas national team.
That's what it was.
It was wild. He was shorter than me, probably about 5'10", maybe 5'11". At that time, I was just under 6'2", probably at 6'2" right now. And this guy, when he jumped, it was out of the gym. And we were just standing around. I was like, you know what? I'm looking at everybody pick up. I'm a freshman. I'm like, I'll guard him. And everybody was looking like, you don't still understand why. First play, someone shot it. I kind of gave him the Olay. I turned around for the rebound. I didn't box him out. And let's just say he put private parts on my teammate's neck for the putback dunk, man. And it was official, man. It was official. But
you know
never
who I used
judge
to
a book by a cover anymore.
You know who I used to get on their case? Chris Webber. Chris Webber, 6'9", Country Day, all that stuff. Anyway, he would be in a Big Ten game, and he would dunk over a 5'10" white guy and then flex. And I said, dude, why are you flexing after you dunked over 5'10" white guy? What's he supposed to do? He's supposed to block his shot? And then he'd always say, well, he's out there on the court. He's as dangerous as anybody. If you're out there on the court, then I'm going to celebrate when I get the best of you.
Jeez.
That's kind of lame.
Hey, I do have a question for you guys. I don't know if you were going to go here. And it's a player of interest in that interior on the offensive line. And I just got to make sure I ask you guys this question really quickly.
Bring it, Kool-Aid.
It's on Tate Ratledge. There's a lot that is being discussed right now as it relates to who he can be on this offensive line. Is he going to be able to step in and really make an impact? Because this is a team with Super Bowl expectations. I just wanted to ask you guys, based off what you saw, man, if you're feeling any more encouraged. I know it's just preseason, but how you feeling? Because that, for years, the offensive line, you ask anybody, what's the strength of the Lions? Instantly, without hesitation, it's offensive line. You ask people that today, you get a little hesitation, but I'm wondering how one Mr. Tate Ratledge is beginning to change that at all, if any.
Now and then I'm going to give you answers where I can't give you a concrete reason. I'm just going to say my foot.
Oh, your bunion.
My bunion is hurt.
Yeah.
Tate Ratledge is one of those things. I can't tell you exactly why, but my bunion is hurting over him. I have a feeling this dude is going to be good.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's going to, at some point, maybe by Halloween, he will be the starting center for the Detroit Lions, and he's going to be doing a good job.
Oh, wow.
it's a young man's league. B, it's the heir of the white guy. You know, and C, it looks like he can really play. So my bunion is hurting on Tate Ratledge.
Yeah.
And the bunion is saying this guy's going to be good.
See, I agree with everything you said up to becoming the starting center by Thanksgiving? By Halloween?
Halloween.
I love what I'm seeing out of Tate Ratledge and think he can be a very important piece immediately for this
you think
offensive
even
line.
Sooner?
Because he's playing right guard. If it was center, I'd be a little bit
Okay.
more hesitant.
You know what? That's
he
a
might
good
be the
distinction.
long-term center, and I would love that. In fact, I think it sounds like that's what they're grooming him to be. Year one, being center for this team, that spells trouble to me. Him at right guard, I think he's nasty. I think he's a mauler. I think there's
you
a
trust
reason.
Glasgow at center, long term.
Long-term, no. Short-term, yes. I do.
Well, Thanksgiving or Halloween might be long term. It's long term when you trying to win a Super Bowl this year.
It don't mean a thing if the Lions ain't got that ring. I just want him at right guard for his entire rookie year. You might be right. He might get moved to center. He might take Glasgow's job. I don't know. I want him at right guard. I want Mahogany at left guard, and I want a veteran at center. I think that's how it's playing out.
That's how it's playing out.
And I'd
now.
be happy with that.
But at some point, if he shows a little something, they'll make that switch.
But then
But
who
once
goes
again,
to right guard?
For Glasgow,
But if something's working, why break it? Why fix it this year?
because you might want it to be better.
Next year?
But that's what I'm going to do. Because there are people in the chat who believe that, like Freddie felt, he says Tate, and if we take anything from Madden, he said that they got him listed as center on Madden. But there's a lot of other people in the chat who don't believe we will see Tate at center until next year. J Hart 3-on-3. Shout out to my guy J Hart. He says Tate, and this is in all caps, so let me do it justice. Tate is staying at right guard this season. But I do wonder, they're like with Teslaa, I believe that with these young players, like going back to the beginning of the Brad Holmes era, there is opportunities for these rookies to step in and play some impactful football this year. We saw Sam Laporta do it just recently. And I do believe this year is going to be the year that we get back to seeing those rookies have a big impact. And Tate Ratledge, Isaac Teslaa, by big, I don't mean they're going to go out there and just, blow the doors, off. But I do believe that they're going to be players at the end of the season. We're saying, you know what? They were vital to where the Lions were this year.
Yeah. I'm going to, this wasn't on our show sheet, but I'm going to use this as question number one on a little game I want to play with you, Terry. Right. It's going to be called Conflicted or Convicted.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you a take, and you're going to tell me if you're convicted about this take. It's going to be true. It's going to come true, whatever.
This is where I'm supposed to wear the
No,
judge's robe. Is
no,
something different?
That's
Okay.
coming up. That's
All
coming
right.
up. This is just how passionate are you about this
Yeah,
happening?
this fool wants me in a white wig and a judge's thing.
Hey,
and
Judge
with a gavel.
Foster.
He's giving out our future bit ideas.
It doesn't matter. We're just
It
talking
should-
amongst friends.
Yeah,
Let's
we
get
like
on
the
the
idea
wig.
of Woodward
That's a good
courts.
Hey, you know what? And we're going to have to set this thing up to where we can even have the chat family bring their take. Maybe we V-mix them in or they call, and we have the judge
That'd be sick.
handle the entire case.
Let's get Terry a gavel and a wig.
Oh, listen. Let me practice up. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Court is in session.
Tell them.
Well, first, we'll go the basic version of this. Are you convicted or conflicted that Tate Ratledge is going to be your starting center by Halloween?
I am was it conflicted or convicted?
Yeah. Are you convicted in that take?
That's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
So I'm convicted.
Yeah. See, I'm conflicted about it.
But see, convicted sounds like that I should be in jail. for
Right.
something.
Are you convicted or conflicted? Ray Caruth.
Ray
Ray Lewis.
Oh.
All right, next question. Shoot. No. Are you convicted or conflicted that Dan Campbell was snubbed as Coach of the Year in 2024?
Yes!
I'm
my fault.
convicted.
I'm sorry.
I just think there's so much buffoonery surrounding Dan Campbell that some people couldn't pull the trigger on.
Yeah.
They still, when they talk about this man, they don't talk about the 15 wins. They don't talk about a lot of things. They still talk about kneecaps.
Right.
In other words, people don't evolve when they talk about or think about the NFL. So what do you think? I mean, really, the national people. What do you think about? What do you think they think about when they hear Dan Campbell's name? First thing,
biting kneecaps, a meathead,
correct.
An energy guy.
He's a muffin head.
Yeah.
They don't think about 15 wins. They don't think about this is his offense. He gets no credit for this offense.
None.
Ben
Zero.
Johnson does.
Yeah.
So that's why that happened.
Yeah, I'm with it. Kevin O'Connell won it for the NFC last year. The 14-win Vikings had a great season, don't get me wrong, but Dan Campbell and the 26 players on injured reserve won 15 games.
Right. If you win 15 games with the Detroit Lions with a completely healthy roster, you should still be coach of the year. Because it's the Detroit Lions.
Thank you. Thank you. Are you convicted or conflicted that Jahmyr Gibbs will win the 2025 Offensive Player of the Year award?
I don't think he's going to win it, but I'm still going to say I'm convicted. He's going to be in the running. Everybody I talk to, and then my eyes are telling me this dude is special.
Yeah.
It's like, the fact that you had the retirement on the line and you lost a lineman. I don't think that's going to affect Jahmyr Gibbs because he's special. He's a playmaker. And I always go back to Wayne Fontes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something Wayne said that was correct. There were two types of players. There were good players and there were playmakers. Jahmyr Gibbs is not a good player. He's a playmaker.
Mm-hmm. That's
somebody special. And so I think he will be in the conversation for Player of the Year.
Yeah. Yeah. Why people in the chat said he's conflicted. IML3 says convicted. I'm convicted that he's going to win it this year. I'm convicted because of
and he could
not J-Mo Jamison Williams, but J-Mo Johnny Morton. He's going to split him out wide more. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be out on the field more. We want him to get more rushes. We wanted it in the Washington game. We wanted it for a large portion of last season. Despite
that offense is not going to disappear. Did you hear what John Gruden said?
What
about
the offense? About Johnny Morton? John Morton?
Yeah, John Morton.
He's a sicko.
You're right, a sicko.
Yeah,
just like me. Or he might be more of a sicko than I am.
He might be.
So a sicko is just he's always looking at tape. He's always
part. That's his. John Morton said that's his favorite part of coaching. Getting in his lab.
That's weird to me, but that works in the National Football League. It's like Steve Sarkisian, the coach at Texas. You know what he does?
Yeah.
He takes walks, and when he's on his walks, he's thinking about trick plays. He's thinking about wrinkles to his offense. He's thinking about things in his defense. So if you get a guy who's always thinking about improvement, then you have somebody special. Even when things are going great, it's never perfect, but you should always strive for perfection.
Yeah.
And for instance, here I'm going to bring it back to basketball. And Muffin Boy left us. Oh no, he's Bagel Boy. Okay. Back in the day, Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars had a goal, and they never reached it. They wanted to play a perfect game. The perfect game is nobody misses a shot, no turnovers, and they pass between them 20 assists, and they win.
Perfect game.
That was, to them, the perfect game. They never achieved it, but guess what? Both of them in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
So you never achieve perfection, mostly because somebody is trying to stop you from reaching perfection. So
you strive for it.
Right.
You do what you kind of get there.
You always strive for it.
The NFL is a matchup game right now. It's I don't want to say getting softer because it's still violent. You still see the injuries. We've seen it recently, but it's a game about matchups. It's becoming more and more chess between offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. And while we talk about Jamison Williams a lot, Jahmyr Gibbs may be your biggest matchup nightmare on this team. So if Johnny Morton, the other J-Mo, can get the play into J-Go to then get it to Jahmyr Gibbs, whether he's out wide, out of the backfield, or handing the ball off, Jahmyr Gibbs has a chance to win Offensive Player of the Year this year.
You know what? And the total vision that Brad Holmes had for him hasn't been reached.
No.
When he drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, and people were making fun of him and said, why are you drafting a running back? He said, essentially, I'm not drafting a running back. I'm drafting a weapon. In other words, yeah, he's going to be in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably be in the slot. He'll probably be out wide sometime.
Yeah. Going to be out wide more this year, according
Sure.
to J-Mo. Johnny?
So he is a weapon, and you know what? Your thing could happen.
I think so. Right now, he's usually fourth, sometimes third in the betting odds to win it, behind Saquon Barkley, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Derrick Henry's in the mix, and
you know what Gibbs did last year? He scored a lot of touchdowns.
yeah,
He had more TDs than Montgomery.
yeah. I think they're going to find a way to get him the ball more in the red zone too. But then it goes back to, this is why the offense, I'm so excited, because who do you get the ball to? You got Gibbs and J-Mo St. Brown.
You just triggered me. They're going to find a way to get him the ball more in the red zone, right?
Yes.
Which includes inside the 10-yard line.
Yes.
Another way that this organization has evolved, when the Lions got inside the 10-yard line with Barry Sanders, you know what they used to do with him?
Send him to the sideline.
Say, sit down, son.
Yeah.
We know you're the best running back in the National Football League, but we got it from here.
Yeah. Sanders would have shattered all the touchdown records if they kept him in.
But you know what? This was, and this is my criticism of Barry Sanders. Sometimes Barry Sanders needed to tell these guys, hey, yo, here's what we need to do. But he would never do that. Barry Sanders my job was to carry the pill, try to help you win, but I'm not going to give you advice. I'm not going to say, hey, we need to do this.
He was never the guy. Running back number 2 comes out on the field. Barry's like, no, get the hell back to the sideline. This is my rock.
Right.
That's not him.
No, that wasn't him.
Yeah.
His teammates wanted him to be that.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, it wasn't Matthew Stafford either.
It wasn't.
Yeah. It's Jared Goff, I can tell you that much.
We'll see.
How about this? Are you convicted or conflicted by the take that Jack Campbell will be named an All-Pro after the 2025 season?
Was that convicted and
Conflicted.
conflicted?
Yeah.
I am the only person, I think, in this city who feels that way. I just think Jack Campbell is a good player. I don't think he's special. So I'm going to say no. That's not going to happen.
I think he's about to have a special year.
You love him. I'm not going to take that away from you.
I love that Anzalone's back this year on a 1-year deal to be motivated. I love that Hutch is back this year. I love that behind him he's got the 2 best safeties in the league, or the best safety duo in the league, and a much, much, much improved cornerback room.
All right, I got a question for you.
Yes.
If the Lions need a big defensive play,
Yes.
who's more likely to make it, Jack Campbell or Alex Anzalone?
This year's Jack Campbell.
Took you a long time to answer that.
It did, because I wanted to make sure I got your words correct. Because
Doesn't sound like player of the year to me.
Well, I don't know if Jake Campbell's going to be that guy that's like, it's going to be super flashy. It's going to be these monstrous plays. But I think he's going to be all over the field. I think he's going to be a top five in the league at the end of the year in terms of how many tackles he gets. I just think he's about to take that next step in his career. And without a ton of competition in the NFC, I think he gets one of those spots.
If Anzalone is making more plays, that means he's
Not
more important.
plays. Not more plays, maybe more big
No.
plays.
I said
You said big plays.
If you're in a situation and the defense has to make a big play, who do you have more faith in making that play, Campbell or Anzalone?
Just making a play?
Making the big play. Fuck making a play. Everybody can make a play. The big play.
All right now, I'd be lying if I didn't say right now it's Anzalone. I love Anzalone.
Oh.
But I think
But your defensive player of the year is not going to make the
not
play.
defensive player of the year, All-Pro out of the NFC. He's competing with an aging Fred Warner, who's still a stud, but is on his way on the tail end of his career. A Bobby Wagner who's 80 years old. I like Edgerrin Cooper in Green Bay, but I think this is one of those years Jack Campbell takes a step up because he's got Anzalone next to him still. He doesn't have to be the best coverage linebacker. This is his defense. And now he's getting all these guys back. This is where a linebacker shines, when he's got these monster holes. You watch Tyleik Williams in the preseason game. Yeah, it's a preseason, but you see how he can take on two offensive linemen. You know what Ali McNeil and DJ Reader can do. I just think Jack Campbell, the game's about to slow down for him, and he's about to have a monster year.
I hope you're right.
I hope so too.
Yes, sir.
Last one for you.
Once again, I don't know. I'm just not in love with this guy.
That's
but
fair.
everybody I talk to, Jack Campbell, he's great. Blah, blah. What don't you see in him? I see a dude making tackles after the offense makes 8 yards. That doesn't impress me.
He's getting to that next level this year. Just you wait, Mr. Foster.
Would you ever blitz him?
Yeah, but not often. I'm curious to see what Kelvin Shepard does to this defense, because I think we're going to see more blitzing out of the linebackers, but I think it's going to be a lot of Derek Barnes, a lot of even Anzalone coming out off the edge. I think Jack Campbell's just going to be in the middle of that defense, just roaming sideline to sideline, cleaning up the scraps.
Oh, Tate, whatever you say.
little Rascals reference?
Yes.
Yes. Last one for you, Terry.
All right.
Are you convicted or conflicted that the Lions have a top 5 secondary, even after the loss of Ennis Melifonwu, Ennis Rakestraw?
I am convicted. That means yes.
Yeah, that means they have a top 5
Because
secondary.
Last time Kirby Joseph, he's still there.
Yep.
Brian Branch, that's the guy.
Yep.
He's still there.
Contract year.
And contract. And my man Hansy. Now here's the guy that's going to step up. Hansy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be better.
Yeah.
Because Hansy, even though we made fun of him his rookie year with too much hands-on and pushing and stuff, the dude was in position to make a play.
Yeah.
A lot of rookies, you throw the ball to a wide receiver, they're not even in the screen. At least he's there, and I think he's going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he going to have some pass interference penalties? Yeah. Is he going to look stupid sometimes? Yeah. But once again, the bunion is hurting on my man Hansy. He's going to do well this year.
He's paired with DJ Reed, who they signed from the Jets. Right. We forget about Amik Robertson. I don't think we talk about him enough, maybe because he's a nickel cornerback, but he's a really big piece, both play on the field and his energy and leadership on that defense. We've seen Rock Yassin, Avonte Maddox. I really like how this secondary is shaping up, especially with an improved defensive line, with Hutch back and some of these guys coming back.
If you're telling me Hutch is going to be loose, like a goose, then the secondary is going to be even better.
Yeah. Why Peepo? Or actually, first, Crazy Clown said in the chat about Jack Campbell. He'll be the type of guy that makes the most tackles but gets the least notice. Then why Peepo says, I'm with T-Foss. I've not seen it yet.
I think he's good. He's solid, but I'm not like, Jack Campbell. Oh, damn.
I don't blame you I'm not hating on you for that. It's not like saying, Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Jared Goff in Detroit. But
watch what you say. I don't want Stick showing up today. All right? If that's okay.
I kept hearing, I've got Stick's name and playing it into my head after that preseason game against the Falcons. With
Do you know who the Lions played against? You know who quarterbacked the Falcons?
Easton Stick.
See, this is why I don't respect the preseason. The Lions are playing against Stick.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That dude needs to play baseball. Right. I am L3 in the chat, followed up by saying Laporta in a podcast said Jack is so committed to football, his wife begs Sam to get him out of the house and to do something fun. ADIS4115, Jack Campbell has Chris Spielman in his ear. My faith or my vision of Jack Campbell is more in your Bunyan category of I just have a feeling, I just think he's going to do it.
Different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes for different folks. Anything else that's itching your brain, Terry? Anything you saw in that preseason game? Otherwise, with 5 minutes left, I'll hit you with a hard one.
I would just say this, and I feel bad for saying it because people are so excited about football being back, but preseason football is garbage. It's absolute garbage. Now, the thing that interested me most was not with the Lions and the Falcons. It was at Cleveland, Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah. What'd you think of him?
I thought he looked decent. I thought he looked good. The haters are still moving the goalposts. He
Yeah,
threw
buddy.
for 2 touchdowns. The haters are saying, well, yeah, but if the real players were out there on one of those, it was such a tight window, somebody would have picked the ball up. Well, guess what? They weren't out there. Maybe he changes the arc of the ball. Maybe he decides, it's too tight. I can't go there. But he did. I don't know what it is. People just want this guy to fail. Well, you got two. You got the people that really want him to succeed and those that want him to fail.
Yeah.
He's a Sanders. He's a Sanders. So that confidence built up from his father, Deion Sanders, and the way he carries himself, is that, the apple doesn't fall to the tree when it comes to his last name, because he represents his father's legacy. So in that case, it can happen again. But there's a next generation of Sanders out there. So Shedeur got a lot to prove, and he go show out, and he go make a lot of haters mad at how he go perform. If he performs like this, game by game, another Sanders go repeat.
Yeah, it's reminding me a lot of when Lonzo Ball was coming into the league, and there was LeVar Ball and all the big baller brand hype. People forgot Lonzo Ball is a good basketball player, and he was, I don't want to say written off, but he was getting trashed because of his dad.
Right.
But
you don't want to deal with that BS.
Right. But Lonzo wasn't that type of personality. Shedeur isn't the type of personality Deion is. Shedeur's strengths on a football field are accuracy. It's ball placement. That's what I like to see in that game.
Still,
you put it on the dime.
If you bring Shedeur to your organization, you got to deal with Deion.
True.
And Shedeur is not talented enough where everybody wants to deal with Deion Sanders. Now, Deion Sanders, when he came in, he was talking all that trash too. But you know why teams put up with it? Because the dude was a baller.
Yeah.
He ran a 4.2 40. He was, the best. Even though he didn't tackle anybody, he was like the best corner in the National Football League. This dude could play.
Best interception.
So you put up with him. Now,
good point.
And some of the older Lion fans will remember this, because this would piss me off too if I cared. But when the Lions were thinking about taking Deion Sanders instead of Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders said, I don't want to go to Detroit. I don't want to go to the Lions. He said, if they draft me, I'm going to ask for so much money, they're going to put me in layaway. But he could get away with stuff like that because
he was so damn good.
Really good.
He was so good.
Phenomenal. 2 sports rally. Him and Bo Jackson. Only 2. Played football and baseball. And
do you think Travis Hunter's going to play out in Jacksonville?
No. Absolutely not.
Playing on both sides of the ball? That's tricky.
Yeah, I mean, he will do it. Will he do it at a high level? No.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to be one of those, just another guy. This, when he's out there, he'll be a decent wide receiver. He'll be an okay cornerback. And they may rethink playing him both ways.
I'd rather have him great at one of them.
I would too. And since we're talking about Halloween, maybe not this year Halloween, but next year Halloween, he's only going to play one position. How about that?
Offense or defense?
Defense.
Yeah, probably defense.
Really?
Defense.
Really? I don't know. Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr. wide receiver duo entices me. That gets the goosebumps going.
Well, good for you.
Too bad they have Trevor Lawrence
I hope
at
you're
quarterback.
so enticed that you don't get upset when he loses one of his
I
jobs.
won't be upset. It's in Jacksonville. They're going to do nothing. But I think it'd be a pretty cool wide receiver duo.
You know what? It could be a publicity stunt.
Maybe.
I don't think he's going to keep both gigs. He'll be on defense. Halloween 2026.
Mark it. Halloween 2026. Terry.
Everything's going to happen on Halloween.
I like Halloween. It's my birthday's right around that time. Just get good
Best
vibes
holiday.
leading into
Beautiful.
October.
Best holiday.
All right.
October. Terry, this is the show, man. It was fun.
I had a blast.
We got, what, 3 more before the regular season starts? 2 more games?
Thank God the regular season is going to start.
I want real football, man. I want the starters. I want it bad. I want to see. They open in Green Bay. They open at Lambeau.
Yes, sir. You should drive there and go to the game.
I've never been to Lambeau. Never been to Lambeau.
Once again, I think it's overrated.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
I hear great things, but
it's good. It's great. I think it's a little overrated.
Yeah, well, they don't have a roof for Gutekunst to hoist the NFC North banners
Plus
that he's
and
prevented.
There's nothing wrong with the stadium's in a neighborhood, kind of, and that's cool. I have been there in the winter. One thing I do like about the Green Bay Packer fans is it'll be 50 below zero, and you walking like I'll be walking the press box, and they say, "Hey, bro, you want a beer?" They'd be giving you beers, and the beer was frozen.
Yeah.
I would take one chug and put it away because it was like too cold.
The Germans would not like that. They like their beer room temperature.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but you can't have your beer room temperature when you out at Lambeau in December.
True. That's why their fans will just throw it on Amon-Ra St. Brown and call it a day.
Right.
Yeah. We'll do another handstand.
Okay, we out of here?
We out of here. Everyone, could you please, for us, hit that like button. Subscribe if you had a good time today. We got a whole lineup of shows all week here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Matt Broder. My guy, the legendary Foster.
And don't forget, the big theme today was Halloween.
Halloween, baby. It's Scary
Everything's
Terry.
going to happen by Halloween. So get ready for it.
All right. For the legendary Foster, Willie, we got the TD booth.
No, he ain't Willie. He's Willie B.
Willie B?
And it's not William Bedford either.
Not at all. I don't know who Willie Bedford
You want to take us out?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. And no smoking, please. Bye-bye.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Hermione and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and Lions coverage, Woodward Sports.